For over a decade, Storage Wars has been a staple of reality television, captivating audiences with its unique blend of treasure hunting, quirky personalities, and the thrill of the unknown. The show, which first aired in 2010, quickly became a cultural phenomenon, turning everyday auction goers into household names and making the world of abandoned storage units a source of endless fascination. But behind the laughter, the bidding wars, and the unforgettable catchphrases, there is a more somber reality. As the years have passed, some of the beloved cast members who made Storage Wars a hit have sadly passed away, leaving behind legacies that continue to resonate with fans around the world. The premise of Storage Wars was simple yet addictive. When storage units are abandoned, their contents are auctioned off to the highest bidder, often with only a quick glance at what's inside. The cast members, each with their own unique style and strategy, would compete fiercely, hoping to strike it rich or at least break even. But what truly set the show apart was its cast, a colorful group of characters whose personalities were as varied as the treasures they uncovered. From the sharp-tongued to the soft-hearted, the risk-takers to the cautious, each brought something special to the screen. As the show's popularity soared, viewers became invested not just in the finds, but in the lives of the people doing the finding. Fans followed their triumphs and setbacks, their friendships and rivalries, and, over time, their personal journeys both on and off the screen. It's this connection that makes the loss of any cast member feel so personal to so many. When a familiar face is gone, it's not just a character missing from the show. It's a friend, a mentor, or even a family member in the eyes of devoted viewers. One of the earliest and most shocking losses was that of Mark Baililo. Known for his flashy style, high energy, and big spending, Mark quickly became a fan favorite after joining the show in its second season. His enthusiasm was infectious, and his knack for finding hidden gems made him a formidable competitor. But behind the scenes, Mark struggled with personal demons. In 2013, he was found dead in what was later ruled a suicide. The news sent shockwaves through the Storage Wars community, with cast members and fans alike mourning the loss of a man who brought so much life to the show. Mark's passing was a stark reminder that even those who seem larger than life on television can be fighting battles no one sees. Another cast member whose death left a lasting impact was Barry Weiss, affectionately known as the Collector. With his signature sunglasses, classic cars, and offbeat sense of humor, Barry was unlike anyone else on the show. He approached each auction with a sense of adventure, often more interested in the story behind an item than its potential value. Barry's charm and wit made him a standout, and his departure from the show after Season 4 left many fans hoping for his return. Tragically, in 2023, Barry passed away after a long battle with health issues. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes from fans and fellow cast members, all of whom remembered him as a true original, a man who made every episode brighter just by being himself. The losses didn't stop there. Over the years, other familiar faces from the Storage Wars universe have also passed on, each leaving their own mark on the show's legacy. Some, like auctioneer Dan Dotson, have faced health scares and close calls, reminding viewers of the fragility of life, even for those who seem invincible on screen. Others, like Darrell Sheets, have openly discussed their own health struggles, forging deeper connections with fans who see themselves reflected in the cast's real life challenges. As we look back on the lives and legacies of the Storage Wars cast members who are no longer with us, it's clear that their impact goes far beyond the contents of any storage unit. They brought joy, excitement, and a sense of adventure to millions, and their stories continue to inspire new generations of treasure hunters. In the sections that follow, we'll remember these unforgettable personalities, celebrate their contributions, and reflect on the lessons they left behind as the years rolled on. The Storage Wars family experienced more than its share of heartbreak. The loss of Mark Belilo and Barry Weiss left a void that could never truly be filled, but they were not the only cast members whose stories ended too soon. Each passing brought with it a wave of grief, not just for those who knew them personally, but for the millions of fans who had welcomed them into their living rooms week after week. One name that stands out in the memories of many is that of Nabila Hannis. Known for her sharp bidding skills and cool demeanor, Nabila was a formidable presence at any auction. She was one of the few women who could go toe-to-toe with the show's most aggressive buyers, earning respect from her peers and admiration from viewers. Nabila's appearances were always memorable, whether she was outsmarting the competition or uncovering a hidden gem. In 2024, the Storage Wars community was stunned by the news of her passing after a brief illness. Tributes poured in from fans and fellow cast members, all recalling her intelligence, grace, and the quiet strength she brought to the show. Her legacy lives on in the countless women she inspired to enter the world of storage auctions. Another loss that hit the cast hard was the death of auctioneer Laura Dotson's father, who was a behind-the-scenes figure but a beloved part of the Storage Wars extended family. Laura and her husband Dan Dotson have been the heart and soul of the show since its inception, their chemistry and banter providing a steady anchor amid the chaos of the auctions. Laura's father was often present at tapings, offering support and sharing in the excitement. His passing in 2022 was a private sorrow for the Dotson family, but fans who had come to know him through social media and special episodes felt the loss deeply. The Dotsons' openness about their grief reminded viewers that, behind the fast-paced world of bidding and bravado, there are real families, real relationships, and real pain. The Storage Wars universe also mourned the loss of several recurring bidders and local auctioneers who, while not main cast members, were integral to the show's unique atmosphere. People like Cowboy Roy Williams, who brought a touch of old-school charm to every auction, and Big Steve Reynolds, whose booming laugh could be heard across any storage lot, became fan favorites in their own right. Their deaths, though less publicized, were felt by the tight-knit community of buyers, sellers, and auctioneers who make up the world of storage auctions. Each one left behind stories, friendships, and memories that continue to echo through the halls of storage facilities across California and beyond. For the main cast, the passage of time has brought its own challenges. Darrell Sheets, known as the Gambler, has faced serious health issues in recent years, including a heart attack that nearly claimed his life. While Darrell has been open about his struggles and his gratitude for a second chance, the scare served as a reminder of the risks and stresses that come with the high-stakes world of storage auctions. Fans rallied around him, sending messages of support and sharing their own stories of survival and resilience. Darrell's journey has become a symbol of hope for many, proof that it's never too late to fight for your health and happiness. The show has also seen the departure of other beloved figures, whether due to retirement, personal choice, or the simple passage of time. Jarrod Scholes and Brandy Passante, once the show's power couple, have gone their separate ways, each facing their own challenges and triumphs. While both are still alive as of 2025, their absence from the show is felt by longtime fans who remember the early days of their partnership and the energy they brought to every episode. As we remember those who have passed, it's important to celebrate the lives they lived and the joy they brought to millions. Storage Wars was never just about the treasures found in forgotten lockers. It was about the people who searched for them, the risks they took, and the bonds they formed along the way. The cast members who are no longer with us may be gone, but their stories, their laughter, and their spirit live on in every episode, every rerun, and every memory shared by fans around the world. As the Storage Wars saga continued, the show's enduring popularity ensured that the legacies of its departed cast members would never be forgotten. Their stories became woven into the very fabric of the series, with tributes and flashbacks reminding viewers of the laughter, drama, and humanity they brought to the screen. For many fans, watching old episodes became a way to reconnect with those who had passed, to relive the moments that made them fall in love with the show in the first place. One of the most poignant tributes came during a special memorial episode dedicated to Barry Weiss. The producers gathered cast members, friends, and even some of Barry's fiercest rivals to share their favorite memories. They laughed about his wild fashion sense, his love of classic cars, and his uncanny ability to turn even the most mundane auction into an adventure. But there were also tears, as those who knew him best spoke of his kindness, his generosity, and the way he always made time for fans. The episode ended with a montage of Barry's greatest moments, his jokes, his wins, and his signature sign-off, "I'm out of here!" It was a fitting farewell to a man who had become a legend in his own right. Mark Balilo's memory was honored in a quieter, but no less heartfelt, way. The cast and crew remembered him as a man of boundless energy and ambition, someone who brought excitement and unpredictability to every auction. In interviews, fellow bidders spoke of Mark's willingness to help newcomers, to share advice, and to celebrate the successes of others. His tragic death was a sobering reminder of the pressures that can come with fame, and the importance of reaching out for help when life becomes overwhelming. In the years since his passing, fans have continued to share messages of support for mental health awareness, inspired by Mark's story. Nabila Hannes, too, was remembered with deep affection. Her intelligence, poise, and quiet determination made her a role model for women in a male-dominated industry. After her passing, the show aired a special segment highlighting her most memorable finds and her sharp negotiating skills. Fellow cast members praised her integrity and her ability to stay calm under pressure, qualities that earned her respect both on and off the screen. Nabila's legacy lives on in the many women who have followed in her footsteps, proving that there is a place for everyone in the world of storage auctions. The loss of recurring characters like Cowboy, Roy Williams, and Big Steve Reynolds was felt most keenly by those who knew them personally. Their larger-than-life personalities brought color and warmth to every episode, and their absence left a noticeable gap in the show's dynamic. The producers made a point of including tributes to these unsung heroes, ensuring that their contributions would not be forgotten. Fans responded with an outpouring of memories and condolences, sharing stories of chance encounters at auctions and the impact these men had on their own lives. For the Dotson family, the passing of Laura's father was a deeply personal loss. The show paid tribute with a montage of behind-the-scenes moments, showing him cheering on his daughter and son-in-law, offering advice and sharing in the excitement of a big win. The Dotsons' willingness to share their grief with viewers created a sense of intimacy and connection, reminding fans that the people on their screens are real, with families, struggles, and stories of their own. As the cast and crew of Storage Wars navigated these losses, they found strength in each other and in the community they had built. The show became more than just a competition. It was a family, bound together by shared experiences, mutual respect, and a love of the hunt. The deaths of beloved cast members served as a reminder to cherish every moment, to celebrate the victories, and to support one another through the challenges. In the end, the legacy of those who have passed is not just in the treasures they found, but in the lives they touched. Their stories continue to inspire, to entertain, and to remind us all that, in the world of Storage Wars, the greatest finds are often the friendships and memories made along the way. As Storage Wars moved into its later seasons, the show's tone shifted subtly, shaped by the losses and lessons of the past. The cast, both old and new, carried with them the memories of those who had gone before. Honoring their legacies in ways both big and small, the auctions themselves became more than just a competition for forgotten treasures. They became a celebration of resilience, camaraderie, and the enduring spirit of the storage auction community. The producers, recognizing the impact of the departed cast members, began to weave their stories into the fabric of the show. Flashbacks to classic moments, heartfelt interviews, and on-screen tributes became a regular part of the series. Fans appreciated these gestures, finding comfort in the familiar faces and voices that had once defined the show. The sense of continuity, of honoring the past while embracing the future, gave Storage Wars a depth and emotional resonance that set it apart from other reality TV fare. For the remaining cast, the losses were a constant reminder of the importance of living in the moment. Darrell Sheets, having survived his own health scares, became a vocal advocate for wellness and self-care. He often spoke about the need to cherish every day, to reach out to friends and family, and to never take a single moment for granted. His journey from the gambler to a survivor inspired many fans, who saw in him a reflection of their own struggles and triumphs. Dan and Laura Dotson, the show's iconic auctioneers, continued to serve as the heart and soul of Storage Wars. Their partnership, both on and off the auction block, was a testament to the power of teamwork and mutual support. The loss of Laura's father brought them even closer, and they often spoke about the importance of family, both biological and chosen. Their warmth and humor provided a sense of stability amid the ever-changing cast of bidders and the unpredictable nature of the auctions. The show also welcomed new faces, each bringing their own stories and perspectives to the mix. Some were seasoned veterans of the storage auction world, while others were newcomers eager to make their mark. All were united by a shared love of the hunt, a willingness to take risks, and a respect for the traditions established by those who had come before. The sense of community, of being part of something larger than oneself, was palpable both on screen and off. Fans, too, played a crucial role in keeping the memories of the departed cast members alive. Online forums, social media groups, and fan pages became virtual gathering places for sharing stories, photos, and tributes. Viewers posted their favorite moments, recounted chance meetings at auctions, and expressed gratitude for the joy and inspiration the show had brought into their lives. The outpouring of love and support was a testament to the deep connection between the cast and their audience. A bond forged over years of shared laughter, suspense, and surprise. As the show continued, the producers made a point of giving back to the community that had supported them for so long. Charity auctions, fundraisers, and special episodes were dedicated to causes close to the hearts of the cast, including mental health awareness, veterans support, and cancer research. These efforts not only honored the memories of those who had passed, but also reflected the values of generosity and compassion that had always been at the core of Storage Wars. Through it all, the spirit of the departed cast members remained a guiding force. Their stories, their laughter, and their lessons lived on in every episode, every auction, and every fan who tuned in. The show's enduring popularity was a tribute to their impact, a reminder that, while the treasures found in storage units may come and go, the true riches are the friendships, memories, and legacies that last a lifetime. In the next section, we'll look at how the show's legacy continues to evolve and how the memories of those who have passed shape the future of Storage Wars. For cast, crew, and fans alike, as Storage Wars continued to air new episodes, the show's legacy became more than just a chronicle of found treasures and bidding wars. It became a living tribute to the people who had shaped it, those who were still with us, and those who had passed on. The cast and crew, aware of the show's unique place in reality TV history, made a conscious effort to honor the memories of their departed friends in every way they could. One of the most touching traditions to emerge was the annual Remembrance Auction. Each year, the cast would gather at a special event, auctioning off items donated by fans, cast members, and local businesses. The proceeds would go to charities chosen in memory of the cast members who had died. Mental health organizations for Mark Belilo, cancer research in honor of Barry Weiss, and scholarships for young women in the name of Nabila Hannis. These events were more than just fundraisers. They were reunions, opportunities for the Storage Wars family to come together, share stories, and celebrate the lives of those they had lost. The Remembrance Auction became a highlight for fans as well. Many traveled from across the country to attend, bringing with them memorabilia, photos, and heartfelt letters. Some came to bid on unique items, while others simply wanted to pay their respects. The atmosphere was always a mix of joy and nostalgia, with laughter and tears in equal measure. For the cast, it was a chance to reconnect with viewers, to hear firsthand how much the show and its departed stars had meant to people's lives. The impact of the departed cast members was also felt in the way the show evolved. New cast members were welcomed with open arms, but always with a sense of respect for the traditions and personalities that had come before. The veterans of the show, Darrell, Dan, Laura, and others, often shared stories of Mark, Barry, Nabila, and the rest, passing down lessons about strategy, integrity, and the importance of community. The newcomers, in turn, brought fresh energy and new perspectives, ensuring that the show remained dynamic while staying true to its roots. Behind the scenes, the crew worked tirelessly to preserve the show's history. They maintained an archive of footage, interviews, and memorabilia, some of which was displayed at the Remembrance Auction or featured in special episodes. Producers made a point of including tributes in the show's credits and occasionally aired, in memoriam, segments that highlighted the contributions of those who had passed. These gestures, though small, meant a great deal to the families and friends of the departed, as well as to the fans who had grown to love them. The sense of loss was never far from the surface, but it was balanced by a deep sense of gratitude. The cast often spoke about how lucky they felt to have been part of something so special, to have shared their lives with millions of viewers, and to have formed bonds that would last a lifetime. They acknowledged the challenges, the long days, the fierce competition, the pressures of fame, but always returned to the idea that the real treasure was the friendships they had made along the way. For the fans, the show became a source of comfort and inspiration. Many wrote to the cast, sharing stories of how Storage Wars had helped them through difficult times, brought families together, or inspired them to pursue their own dreams. The memories of the departed cast members were woven into these stories, their legacies living on in the hearts of people they had never met. As the show approached its 15th anniversary, the producers planned a special tribute episode, bringing together past and present cast members to celebrate the journey so far. The episode featured never-before-seen footage, heartfelt interviews, and a look back at the moments, both joyful and bittersweet, that had defined Storage Wars. It was a reminder that, while the cast may change and the years may pass, the spirit of the show and the memories of those who helped build it would endure. As Storage Wars entered its 15th year, the show's enduring appeal was a testament to the power of storytelling, community, and the bonds formed in the most unexpected places. The cast members who had passed away were never far from the hearts and minds of those who remained. Their laughter, wisdom, and unique personalities continued to echo through every storage unit door that rolled up, every bid called out, and every surprise find that left the cast and viewers speechless. The special anniversary tribute episode was more than just a look back. It was a celebration of life, resilience, and the human connections that made Storage Wars so much more than a reality show. The episode opened with a montage of the departed cast members. Mark Balilow's infectious energy, Barry Weiss's sly grin, Nabila Hannis's cool confidence, and the warmth of recurring characters like Cowboy, Roy Williams, and Big Steve Reynolds. Their stories were told through the eyes of those who knew them best, with cast and crew sharing memories that ranged from hilarious to deeply moving. Darrell Sheets, reflecting on his own journey, spoke candidly about the lessons he'd learned from his friends who were no longer there. He talked about the importance of cherishing every moment, of reaching out to those you care about, and of never taking life or success for granted. Dan and Laura Dotson, standing side by side at the auction podium, shared stories of laughter and loss, reminding viewers that behind every bid was a person with hopes, dreams, and a story worth telling. The tribute episode also featured messages from fans around the world. Viewers sent in videos and letters, sharing how the show and its cast had touched their lives. Some spoke of finding comfort during difficult times, others of being inspired to start their own businesses or to reconnect with family members. The impact of the departed cast members was clear. They had become more than just television personalities. They were friends, mentors, and, in some cases, heroes to those who watched them week after week. As the episode drew to a close, the cast gathered for a final group photo, holding up signs with the names of their departed friends. There were tears, but also smiles, a sense of peace that came from knowing that their legacies would live on, not just in reruns and memories, but in the lives they had touched. The message was clear: while the treasures found in storage units may come and go, the real riches are the friendships, lessons, and memories that endure. In the months that followed, the Storage Wars community continued to honor its lost members in countless ways. Charity auctions, fan meetups, and online tributes became regular events, each one a chance to celebrate the lives and legacies of those who had made the show what it was. The cast, both old and new, carried forward the lessons they had learned about resilience, kindness, and the importance of living each day to the fullest. For the families of the departed, the outpouring of love and support was a source of comfort and pride. They saw firsthand the impact their loved ones had made, not just on television, but in the hearts of millions. The show's producers, recognizing the importance of these connections, pledged to keep the memories of the departed alive in every new episode, every special event, and every story told. As Storage Wars looked to the future, it did so with a sense of gratitude and hope. The show had weathered loss, change, and the passage of time, but its spirit remained unbroken. The cast members who had passed away were gone, but never forgotten, their laughter, wisdom, and courage living on in every bid, every find, and every fan who tuned in. In the end, the story of Storage Wars is not just about the hunt for hidden treasures. It's about the people who dared to dream, who faced challenges with grit and humor, and who left behind legacies that will never fade. As we remember the cast members who are no longer with us in 2025, let us celebrate their lives, honor their memories, and carry forward the lessons they taught us all. That the greatest treasures are not found in storage units, in the hearts of those we love.